warning you. Hopefully it won't, but possibly. Okay, guys. Hi, friends. Welcome. I don't really have any announcements, so let's just do some yoga. All right, comfortable seat if you're not there already. And you're welcome to just kind of take a moment and wiggle a little bit, move a little bit, stretch a little bit. Maybe it feels good to reach your arms up. Take a little twist, roll out your shoulders or roll your head around a little bit. Eventually, just find stillness in your body. Sit up nice and tall, feel into the length in your spine, back of your neck. And just rest your hands somewhere intentionally. So you can rest them in your lap. You could bring them to your heart center, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, whatever works best for you this morning. And just take a couple moments to really settle in, to become more present. I'm just more aware of everything that's happening right here, right now. So everything that's going on in the world out there, just kind of let it fall away for now. And just feel yourself in this space. Feel everything that's flowing through your body. So physical sensations are probably the most obvious. But if you go a little bit deeper, what can you notice? So energetically, how are you? Emotionally, what's present? You can even just start to watch your thoughts as they come and go. So rather than attaching to them and wandering off with them, you just start to observe. Start to become more aware of your breath and connect with your breath in some way. You can visualize it or you can just feel into it. And with this extra awareness on your breath, next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. And then hold in fullness. Keep holding. See if you can relax and soften around your held breath just a little bit. And then big sigh, let it out your mouth. Ah. Good. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, fill up. As full as you can become. Hold. See if there's an extra little sip you can find at the top of that in-breath. And then big sigh, let it out. Ah. Good. One more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Imagine you can breathe into every single tiny little space inside of you. Hold. And this time, maybe 2 extra sips at the top. And then big sigh, release, let it go. Nice job, friends. Seal your lips now. And begin to drop into your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And if you want to stay right here, just connecting to this breath a little longer, it's perfectly fine. If you want to come back here at any time throughout practice, it's perfectly fine. If you are ready to begin moving, take this breath with you and come forward to hands and knees. So tabletop position, and use your breath to just guide some exploration in your body. So maybe cat-cows is where you want to begin, or just any sort of intuitive movement creative movement, just feeling around. So you could circle your hips around. You could sit your hips back into a child's pose. You could bring your hips forward and down as you lift your heart like you're in a cobra pose. If you want to work into your wrists or your forearms, you might spin your fingers out or back towards your knees and just gently rock a little bit side to side, forward and back, or around in little circles. So lots of ways to explore and feel your body. See if you can feel your body, not think your way through this, but actually feel what's going on in your spine, your shoulders and your hips, your shoulder blades and your elbows and your wrists. Use your breath to guide you. So can you still feel your breath expanding and contracting? Can you also hear your breath, that gentle whisper noise, that oceanic sound? And in your next few rounds, your next 3, 4, 5 breaths, no hurry, but eventually we'll meet up in a downward facing dog. So just in your own time and in your own way, you can start to work your way into downward facing dog pose. However you'd like to get there. Very nice, everyone. Once you're back in your dog pose, same thing, keep feeling around. See if you can find lots and lots of length from your fingertips all the way up to your butt, all the way up to your sit bones. Maybe you pedal out your heels, or maybe you keep a big bend in both of your knees. You could transfer your weight from side to side, move your hips a little from side to side. You give your head a little shake or a little nod. See if you can feel in your down dog your strong hands, your strong foundation through your hands and your fingers. Strong arms and your strong shoulders. So rather than hyperextending through your shoulder girdle, see if you can find stable shoulder placement so your shoulders are strong. And then your core is also engaged, lifting you up out of your arms, out of your wrists. So imagine that invisible rope. I talk about it all the time. It's attached to your belly button, pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So that little lift that comes from your strong core, your strong center. Take one more inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, just crawl your hands back to the back of your yoga mat. Bringing all the weight into your feet, you'll be in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Once you are there, bring your feet out nice and wide, so maybe even mat width distance apart. Keep your toes facing forward. As you inhale, bend your knees a lot, stick your butt out, and see if you can feel your spine nice and long. So almost like you're gonna hike a football underneath your legs. And then exhale, lift your hips up, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky as you fold deeply. Do that a few more times. So inhale, bend your knees, stick your butt out, lengthen your spine. And exhale, lift your butt up, crown of your head towards the ground, navel to spine, all the way to empty. Back and forth, just like that with your own breath. Slowly and mindfully. Couple more times. Yeah, good. Reach your butt back as you bend your knees. So knees don't come forward. Weight stays in your heels. Butt reaches back. You're in a squat position. Nice job, friends. Next time you're in your forward fold, just hang out there. From forward fold, plant your hands or your fingertips and start to crawl your hands to the top of your space once again. Keep your feet wide at the width of your yoga mat. So be in a plank pose with your feet wide. Pause once your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips level with shoulders. See if you can hover your right foot above the ground. Doesn't have to be super high. And then with your right foot hovering, see if you can lift to your left fingertips. Nice, Cam. And maybe even reach your left arm forward. Yes. Teeter-totter pose. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, switch it up. So bring your left hand down, bring your right foot down, and see if you can lift your left toes. Yes. Maybe lift your right fingertips, just get lighter. Maybe reach your right arm forward. Use your strong core to hold you. Use your breath. Take one more inhale. Awesome job. Exhale, bring your hand and your foot back down. Inhale at the top of your push-up. If you want, you can walk your feet in closer. And then exhale to slowly lower to your belly, strong straight line. Inhale, Spider-Man Cobra. Bring your hands out wide, up on your fingertips, elbows face the sky, lift your chest. And then exhale, take a little twist to your right side, dip your left shoulder down. Nice, Pam. Inhale, back through center, lift your heart, draw your belly button in and up to protect low back. Exhale, twist to the other side, so right shoulder dips down. Good. Inhale, heart lifts. Go one more time each direction. Wide with your hands to give your shoulders plenty of space. So it's like a micro shoulder pigeon. Feel into your shoulders, front body, back body, side bodies. Awesome, Jane. And then eventually you'll come back to center. You can hold there an extra breath if you'd like. However you want to make the transition, downward facing dog. Then a few deep breaths in your dog pose. Feel the strength in your arms, your shoulders, the connection to your strong core. Feel your breath supporting you from inside. So rather than feeling like your breath is this extra thing you have to think about, see if you can learn how to use your breath, hone in on it, use it to support you. Each inhale creates a sense of lightness or buoyancy. And each exhale connects you to your strength. So at the bottom of each exhale, feel your belly button draw in and up. And feel that connection to your center, what we call Uddiyana Bandha. Take one more big inhalation into your down dog. And then this time, exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, halfway lift. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, bow, let it go. And then we'll rise all the way up. Inhale, arms extend, maybe gaze up. Hands to your heart, exhale. All right, inhale, arms to the sky. And as you exhale, sit back into a chair pose, Utkatasana. So weight in your heels. See if you can pick your toes up and spread them apart. Bring your feet hips width distance apart if they're not already. Take one more inhale in your chair. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand down to the ground in between your feet. Reach your right arm to the sky, revolved chair. Nice, Kate. Keep your butt reaching back and your knees nice and even with one another. Keep your spine long, so crown of your head reaches forward. And then see if you can feel your breath move all the way down into your low belly, low back. Each exhalation, twist just a little bit further from the inside. Take 2 more rounds here. Nice, Anya. Good job, everybody. Bottom of your next exhale, take it all the way to empty. And then release, forward fold. Let it go. Bend your knees a little bit or a lot of bit. Bring your arms to the outsides of your legs, then hands behind your ankles, forearms behind your calves, elbows behind your knees. Once you've got that, press arms into legs, legs back into arms, and see if you can lift your butt up higher. So butt towards the sky and crown of your head towards the ground. It's an active forward fold. Breathe into your back body and imagine you could send your breath all the way down the backs of your legs. Good job, everybody. Take just a couple more rounds here, soft through your face. connected to your center. Next time you breathe in, release your arms, find your halfway lift position, realigning through your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. Move through your vinyasa this time, however you want to. See you in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Back in your down dog. Reconnect to Ujjayi breath if you've lost it. So check back in, feel it and hear it. All right, from your down dog, inhale, extend your right leg to the sky. And then everybody open up your hip. So bend your knee and reach it out and then up. So see if you can feel this movement happen at your hip joint rather than in your shoulders or your wrists. So rather than leaning to your left, use the mobility in your right hip to create this action. Squeeze through your outer right glute, active through your right toes. Take one more inhale, lift. Stay if you want, or exhale, right knee to your nose. Get as close as you can. Inhale, re-extend and open your hip once again. Exhale, right knee towards your left elbow. So a little cross, a little twist. Inhale, back up, open your hip. And then last time, exhale, right knee towards right armpit. Keep it high. Inhale, three-legged dog. This time just extend your right leg really long. And then everybody exhale, step your right foot to the top of your space as soft as you can. Low lunge. Staying low, add a twist. So left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. Beautiful. Yes. Nice, Marriott. So strong through your legs. Imagine you're trying to drag your right hip back, but at the same time, your right knee is magnetized to your left armpit. See if you can feel your back leg just as strong as your front leg, and then feel a connection to your strong center. Take one more breath here. See if you can get lighter on your left hand. Hold your twist, but stand all the way up. So your left arm will be reaching forward, your right arm will be reaching back. Once you are there, bend your back knee to a hover. If you want to modify, your back knee can come to the ground gently. Now, bring your right forearm across your low back. Turn your gaze and your shoulders forward. Reach your left arm up and slightly back, so working a little back bend. See if you can feel the back bend coming from your mid and your upper back rather than your low back. Yes, awesome, Devin. Little tone in your belly. Draw navel to spine. Take one more big inhale. Reach through your left fingertips. And then exhale. Bring your left hand back to the ground. Bring your right hand to the ground. Walk your hands over to the left long edge of your yoga mat for a wide-legged forward fold. So parallel your feet. Straighten out both of your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale, either work your fold or explore here in any way you would like, about 5 breaths or so. Good job, everybody. If you're working the fold, try not to rock back into your heels and lock out your knees. Keep your weight just slightly forward, a little or even a big bend in your knees. Focus on lifting your butt up towards the sky, reaching the crown of your head towards the ground. Last couple breaths. Nice, Courtney. All right, next time you breathe in, come to a halfway lift position with your hands or your fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as much as you need. And then walk your hands to the top of your space. Low lunge. From your low lunge, standing splits. Right foot is your base. Lift your left leg high. Yes. So think of this as just a one-legged forward fold. Connect to your strong core and use it to lift you up out of your leg. If you want to play, you could wrap your right arm behind your right leg. You could take little hops towards handstand. or just hang out and breathe. Good. Stay active through your left foot. Spread your left toes or wiggle them around so there's energy flowing all the way up into your left toes. One more big inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. Set your left foot down at the top of your yoga mat. You could give your right leg a little shake out or whatever would feel good in your body. Next inhale, halfway lift, spine long. Exhale, bow and fold. And then root through your feet, rise, high mountain. Inhale, reach up and stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, chair pose, sit back. So rather than your knees coming forward, your butt goes back. Weight in your heels. Once again, bring your feet hips width distance apart if they're not already. Yes. Feel your connection to center. So rather than letting go through your core, belly button draws back and up. Feels like you have a brace around your middle. Take one more in-breath. Nice, Ella. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand down in between your feet, left arm to the sky. Keep the crown of your head reaching forward and your butt reaching back. So lengthen from the top of your head back to your hips. Keep your knees nice and even with one another. And feel the twist coming right from your center. If you want to move into the half or the full bind, feel free, especially if you did it on the other side. Give yourself about 2 more rounds. Weight is still primarily in your heels. You should be able to pick up your toes and spread them apart. So feet alive and active. One last round. Really good, friends. Bottom of your exhalation, release into your fold. And then this time, invitation for gorilla pose if you'd like. So stepping onto your palms with your feet. See if you can bring the tips of your toes up to the little creases in your wrists. And then rather than bringing all the weight into your heels, try to put your weight a little more in your toes and the balls of your feet, almost like you're giving yourself a hand massage with your toes. And see if you can use your core to help you balance and also to lift your hips up higher. So butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground, big spacious breaths into your back body, down the backs of your legs, just a couple more. Nice job. End of your next exhalation, release your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back to plank. Once again, however you'd like to, move through your vinyasa, find your way to downward facing dog. Move with your breath, move with awareness. Beautiful, friends. Thanks, Jane. Back in your down dog, recommit to your ujjayi breath. If your breath has become shallow, make it big and spacious and powerful once again. All right, from your dog pose, inhale left leg to the sky. And then peel your hip open. So bend your knee, reach it out and up. See if you can feel your outer left glute squeeze to create this action. So it's like your left hip is a hinge on a door and your left leg is the door. It swings open. Take one more inhale, maybe lift your knee higher. You can stay here if you want to, or exhale, knee to your nose, curl in, hollow out on your back, tippy toes. Inhale, re-extend, open your hip again. Exhale this time, left knee, right elbow. So bring it across your body, feel your oblique muscles working. Nice, Sue. Inhale, back up, open your hip. And then last time, exhale left to left. Aim for your armpit, so nice and high on your arm. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale back up, extend your left leg long. And then everybody, as you exhale, low lunge, step through softly. Stay low, add your twist, right hand down, left arm up, revolve lunge. Nice pull. Rather than sinking into your hips and twisting from your legs, twist from your center. So legs are powerful and strong, spine is long, and core is engaged. Move your breath down into your low belly and your low back. As you exhale, maybe work your twist just a little bit deeper from the inside. See if you can start to get lighter on your right hand. And then as you are ready, hold your twist, stand all the way up. So right arm will be reaching forward, left arm will be reaching back. Once you are standing up, bend your back knee so it's hovering above the ground. All right, and then from this place, bring your left forearm across your low back, turn your gaze and your shoulders square towards the front of the room, right arm up, and then create a little baby back bend. So rather than leaning back, think of curling open, puff up through your chest. Tilt your chin up, but try not to let your head just collapse back. Breathe, big and spacious. One more inhale, reach through your right fingertips. Nice, Jill. Exhale, right hand down, left hand down. Walk your hands to the long edge, the right side of your mat. Wide-legged straddle, wide-legged forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. And then exhale, nice barb, anywhere you want to take it. So either work your fold or play and explore. Good job, friends. Last couple of breaths or so. Next time you inhale, come back to your halfway lift. Fingertips or hands on the ground, so bend your knees as needed. Walk your hands to the top of your space. Nice, Kate. Low lunge. From low lunge, standing splits. Left foot is your base. Lift your right leg high. And see if you can feel energy moving all the way up into your right toes. So spread them apart or wiggle them around. And if you want to, you could play here. Maybe wrap left arm behind left leg. Maybe take little hops towards handstand or anything else that calls to you. Shiva squats. Face is soft. Neck is relaxed and core is strong. Take one more inhale. Maybe lift your right leg a teeny tiny bit higher. Nice, Courtney. Exhale, top of your space, forward fold. Set your right foot down, give your left leg a little shake out or whatever feels good. You could pedal out your heels a little bit. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. Realign your spine, get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way up, arms overhead. Inhale. Hands to your heart center. Exhale. All right, flowing with breath. Inhale, high mountain. Add a little baby back bend. Exhale, cactus your arms. Lift your heart. Again, make it come from mid and upper back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Exhale, stick your butt out and dive down slowly. Traction out your spine. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank pose. Pause in your high plank. We'll take a side plank. Right hand is your foundation. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. If you want to modify, right knee can come down. If your right knee is not on the ground, then focus on lifting your hips really, really high. That'll help take weight out of your shoulder and wrist. So you want to use your right side abdominals as much as you can. Maybe left arm reaches forward, and maybe your left leg even floats up. Nice, Devin. As your left leg floats up, see if you can lift your hips even higher. Awesome, Cam. Take one last big, huge in-breath. Nice, Jane. And then exhale, plank or modified. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Push the ground away. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Strong straight line. Good, Pam. Stay low, baby cobra. So lift just using back strength, not arm strength. Yes. And then see if you can keep your heart lifted this high. Float your hands up, reach your hands back, float your feet up, reach your toes back, locust pose. Thanks, Anya. Hug in with your inner thighs rather than straddling with your legs. So inner thighs, imagine you're even rotating them in and up towards the ceiling. See if you can feel your back muscles hugging around your spine and use them to lift your heart even higher. Take one more inhale, lift, lift, lift. Nice, Barb. Exhale, release. Give yourself just a moment. Maybe rock your hips side to side or windshield wiper your shins side to side a couple times. And then however you'd like to get there in your next couple of breaths or so, downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Thanks, Ella. All right, from your down dog, inhale right leg to the sky. Feel your right hip open once again. You can stay here, or this time if you'd like, invitation to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Nice, Kate. Lift your hips. Imagine your heart is trying to look at the front wall. Breathe down into your belly. One more in-breath if you're in the back bend. Nice, Lori. And then bring it back, three-legged down dog. So you can set your foot down if you need to and then re-extend. Take an inhale to lengthen your right leg high. And then exhale, use your strong core. Step your right foot to the top of your yoga mat. We're going to move into a pyramid stance with our legs. So step your back foot forward about a foot or so. You want both feet flat on the ground. I like my feet on 2 train tracks rather than a balance beam, and all of my toes facing forward. So you choose what feels best for you. Halfway lift, bring your hands to your hips, and then stand all the way up. Once you're standing all the way up, look down, check in with your hips, see that they are straight across from one another. So if your right hip is in front of your left, how can you adjust to get your hips nice and square? Take an inhale, arms reach up. And then as you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, little twist. Feel your inner thighs squeeze, pull your right hip back, and work the twist from your center. As your right hip pulls back, stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot. Stay tall through your spine. If you want a little balance challenge, see if you can gaze back over your right shoulder behind you. Take one last round, working your twist. And then legs stay the same. Inhale, unwind your upper body, arms reach up. And as you exhale, pull your right butt cheek back, hinge at your hips, slow dive down. So folding over your front leg, keep pulling your right butt cheek back and up. Keep pressing back through the top of your right thigh. And then every single exhalation, see if you can fold just a little bit further, dive just a little bit deeper. Work your pose with your breath and with your awareness. Stay rooted through the inner and outer edge of both feet. Breathe. If you get that little shake in your front leg, it is not a bad thing. It means you've met an edge. So breathe into it and soften around it. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds here. You're doing great. All right, end of your next exhale. Fingertips on the ground, or your hands can be on blocks or a block. Walk your hands forward and float your back leg up. So think of this as a warrior 3 with your fingertips on the ground or hands on a block. So spine is long like you're in a halfway lift. Hips are square, inner thighs face each other, and your left toes face down towards the ground. Keep your left hand on the ground or on a block. Bring your right hand to the crease in your right hip and literally put your fingers in that crease. Try to push your right hip towards the back of the room a little bit more. As you do that, you should automatically, if your hips are square, automatically your upper body will start to twist towards the right side of the room. Keep working that twist and eventually see if you can reach your right arm to the sky. Revolved half moon. Yes. Spine long, hips square. Squeeze your inner thighs. Strong through your back leg. Active through your back foot. Breathe down into your low belly. And as you exhale, twist, twist, twist. Take just one last round. Your personal fullest expression. You got it. Nice job, friends. End of your exhale. Listen, unwind. Step your left toes back. Low lunge. So you're in low lunge once again. From low lunge, bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out nice and wide. Options are, you can lower your back knee, let your hips melt down as your heart lifts up, or you can do the exact opposite. You can lift your hips up as your heart melts down. Maybe you want to do a little bit of both, or maybe there's somewhere you want to go on your own. So feel free to explore in your own way if you want. Nice and wide with your right foot. And try not to let your right knee come forward of your ankle. So if that is happening, walk your front foot further forward or your back foot further back. And then big, spacious breaths. Good. Just about 3 more rounds. You can exhale out your mouth at any time. Send your breath down into your hips. Soften through your face. One last big inhale. Fill up as big as you can, just like we did at the very beginning, and hold in fullness. Take that extra little sip. And then out your mouth, release. Ah. All right, lift your upper body. Keep your right foot where it's at. And you're gonna step your left foot up to the outer left edge of your yoga mat. So you'll be in a low squat, balasana. Heels in, toes out. Or if you can bring your feet parallel, feel free to do so. Try to keep your heels down if possible. If they need to lift, that's fine. If you can keep your heels down, see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Elbows to inner knees or inner thighs. Maybe hands to heart. Sometimes I just have my forearms kind of parallel to the ground, my palms open. So you do you. About 3 more rounds. Breathe down into your pelvis. Very good. Nice job, everybody. One last deep breath here. And then end of your exhale, fingertips to the ground, lift your hips up. Heel toe your feet back in, however you like them. So hips width distance or big toes touch. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Nice, Jill. Exhale, bow, fold. And then let's rise all the way up. Great big full body stretch as you inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Flowing with breath, inhale, high mountain. Add your little back bend with your exhalation. Cactus your arms, navel to spine protects low back as you open. Inhale, re-extend, reach up. And then slow dive all the way down and fold. Nice, Jane, beautiful. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position, top of your push-up. Pause here, Vashisthasana, side plank. Left hand now is your foundation. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. Feet can be stacked or staggered. Yeah, Barb, you did left last time, so whatever you'd like. Left knee can come down. Say hi to everybody. Left knee can come down if you want to modify. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, then lift your hips really high. So try to create that rainbow shape. Maybe your right arm reaches forward. Maybe your right leg floats up. If your right leg floats up, see if you can lift your hips even higher. One last huge deep breath. So good. Come back to your plank slowly and mindfully. Inhale at the top of your push-up, find your strength, and then lower down, strong straight line all the way to your belly. Start in your baby cobra, nice and low. And then keeping your heart lifted this high, float your hands up, reach your hands back, float your feet up, reach your toes back. You can stay in locust pose like we did before, or options, you could interlace your fingers, or you could even take your full floor bow if you're feeling it. Bend your knees, reach back, grab hold of the tops of your feet or your ankles. Wherever you go, whichever variation you take, hug in with your inner thighs. Nice, Marriott. Lift through your heart. Use the mobility in your mid and your upper back. Use the strength in your back body. Breathe down into your belly. One more big, huge in-breath. Lift, lift, lift. Nice, Cam. Awesome, Lori. And then let it go. Release. You can rest your head to either side. Maybe rock your hips, your pelvis from side to side a little bit. Or windshield wiper your shins. And then in your next few rounds, downward facing dog. You could move through a couple cat-cows or take a quick child's pose, but eventually down dog, ujjayi breath. All right, from your down dog, inhale left leg to the sky. Peel your left hip open, bend your left knee, reach it out and up. Stay here or flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind you, nice and easy. Reach your left arm forward, open through your front body. Nice, Jane. Breathe down into your belly. So stretch your abdominal wall. One last big inhale if you're in the back bend. Awesome, Paul. And then flip it back over, three-legged down dog. You need to, you can set your left foot down and then re-extend. Take an inhale to lengthen your left leg. Make it strong and powerful. And then as soft as you can, left foot to the top of your yoga mat. Move into your pyramid stance with your legs. So back foot steps forward, about a foot or 2 feet forward, depends how long your legs are. You want both feet flat on the ground. I like my feet on 2 train tracks, not a balance beam with all of my toes facing forward. The intention is to square off your hips. So if you want your feet on a balance beam with a little angle in your back foot, that's fine too. It's up to you. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to hips. And then rise all the way up. Very nice. Just check in, see that your hips are square, straight across from one another. Adjust if needed. Inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. Feel the twist coming from your center and also feel your inner thighs hugging in. Your left hip draws back, but the inner edge of your left foot stays rooted firmly. Reach through your fingers like you have great big wings and broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones. If you want a little extra balance challenge, see if you can gaze back over your left arm behind you. Yes, good. One last round here. Legs stay the same. Inhale to unwind your upper body, reach up. And then as you exhale, take your dive down. Left butt cheek pulls back and up as you dive forward and down. Eventually, hands can come to the ground or to your front shin or to a block or blocks. Keep pressing back through the very top of your left thigh. And imagine that invisible rope attached to your left butt cheek now. It's pulling up towards the ceiling. Use every exhalation to dive just a little bit deeper from the inside. So I don't need to see any difference, but you feel it. Left butt cheek up, 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 up. Top of your left thigh presses back, 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 back. Take about 2-3 more rounds. And if you're getting that little tremble, that little shake in your front leg, let it happen. It's a good thing. Breathe into it. Soften around it. Good awareness, everybody. All right, with your next exhalation, take it all the way to empty. And then walk your hands forwards. You can take a block with you if you want, or blocks. Hands forward, back leg floats up. So like a warrior three with your hands on the ground or hands on blocks. So warrior three, meaning not standing splits, not a forward fold, but like a halfway lift in your spine. Spine parallel to the ground, hips square, your right toes face down towards the ground. Bring your left hand into the crease of your left hip and try to literally push your left hip towards the back wall. And if your hips are square, automatically your upper body will start to twist towards the windows. Keep that twist happening and see if you can use your core to help you twist even further. And then eventually left arm reaches up. Nice, Devin. Back leg stays strong and powerful. Press with your back foot like you're stomping it on an invisible wall. Breathe down into your low belly, low back. And then exhale to twist, twist, twist. Just one last round. Give it everything you got, your fullest expression. Open through the left side of your heart. And then unwind, low lunge. So hands to the ground and right toes step back. Once you are in your low lunge, hands to the inside of left foot. Walk your left foot all the way out to the width of your yoga mat, nice and wide. And then same options apply. You can bring your back knee down, let your hips melt down as your heart lifts. Or you can lift your hips up, let your heart melt down. Maybe a little bit of both, or maybe there's somewhere else you want to go to feel around and explore from here. So just breathe, be in your legs, send your breath down into your hips. If it is uncomfortable, see if you can let it be uncomfortable for a few rounds of breath, knowing it's only temporary. So rather than resisting the discomfort and tightening around it, see if you can soften, relax around it. Ah. Nice job, everyone. Just last couple rounds. And lift your upper body. And we're gonna step our right foot up to meet our left foot at the outer edge of our mat. So low squat, malasana. Yes, and if you need to adjust so that your heels are more inward, toes more outward, please do. If you can keep your feet parallel, awesome. Try to keep your heels down. And if your heels are down, rather than rolling onto the inner edges of your feet, press into the outer edges as well. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them. If you want to make this more challenging, take your arms to the sky, keep pressing your palms together, and rather than looking down, try to let your heart look forward as you press your arms back. Awesome, amazing, you guys. Take about 2-3 more breaths. Send your breath down into your hips and your pelvic bowl. Ah, soften through your face, your jaw, your forehead. So nice. One last round. End of your exhale, fingertips to the ground, hips to the sky. Heel toe your feet in however you like them. Hips width distance or big toes touch. Spinal extension on your next inhale. Realign. Nice, Anya. Exhale, bow and fold. And then rise, take it all the way up. Arms reach, big full body stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right. Inhale, reach up. Right foot will be your foundation. Left knee lifts, standing staff pose. And then from here, we will twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. You can choose either grab your knee or your thigh, or if you'd like, you can take the full variation of revolved hand to big toe. So maybe grabbing the outer edge of your foot or peace fingers around big toe and start to extend your left leg forward. Press through your heel, hug in with your inner thigh, stay tall through your spine, broad through your shoulders and your collarbones. So nice. If you want that extra balance challenge, Maybe gaze back over your left shoulder. Take one last full breath. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. Amazing, Jill. And then come back, standing staff. Inhale. You might extend your left leg if you haven't already. Exhale, slow motion. See if you can move through warrior three. So hit your warrior three and give yourself at least one deep breath there. Landing in a low lunge, left toe step back and hands frame your front foot. Good job. From your low lunge, set your back knee down gently. And then take your right leg back, three-legged tabletop. From your three-legged tabletop, pivot on your left knee. So left foot comes to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand. Reach your right arm to the sky. Modified side plank. Good. Reach your right arm forward, lengthening through your right side body. And then only if you want, final option, bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your right foot. Once you've got your right foot, gentle leverage, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can let your heart look up as you press your hips forward even more. Good job, everyone. One last great big huge breath. Nice, Pam. And then ever so slowly and mindfully release hands and knees, tabletop. From your tabletop, my friends, we'll move towards a thread the needle posture. Invitation to gate your left leg out to the left. So extend your left leg out. It's like a half wide-legged straddle. Toes face forward, sole of your foot presses down. Right arm out to the right, all the way up. Inhale. And then exhale, thread your right arm through. Reach, 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 and gently rest down on the outside of your head and shoulder. Any way you want to work it here. So if you do not like having your left leg extended, you can just set your left knee down. If you'd like, you can wrap your left arm behind your back. Any other variation. Give it about 3 to 5 more breaths. Breathe into your back body, back of your heart, back ribs, low back. All the way to empty with your exhalation. Nice work. Last couple of breaths. Nice, Cam. All right, if you do have your left hand lifted, set your left hand back down. Then on an inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it out and up one more time. See if you can reach even higher, open up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Pick up your left foot, swing your left toes off the right edge of your mat, and then sway your hips over to the left as you gaze back over your right shoulder. Look back at your tiptoes, and you can lean into it. You can round your back, you can arch your back, you can bend one or both elbows. So see what you can find here. See if you can let it feel good in your body. One last deep breath. Nice work. And then come back to tabletop. Take it back to downward facing dog pose. Walk it out. Ujjayi breath. Feel it and hear it. One more great big inhalation. Push the ground away. And then exhale. Look to the top of your space. Step, tiptoe, or hop. Forward fold. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen. Nice, Pam. Exhale. Bow and fold. And then all the way up, rise. Inhale, reach up and stretch tall. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Inhale, arms to the sky, high mountain. This time, left foot is your foundation. Right knee lifts, standing staff. Hug in with your inner thighs and flex your right toes. So make your right foot active. Yes. Nice, Lori. Take one more inhale as you reach high. Good, Marriott. And then exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. You might grab the outside of your knee or thigh. Or if you want to, go for the full variation of revolved hand to big toe pose. So grab hold of your right foot or peace fingers around big toe and start to extend your right leg. Only extend as much as you can without rounding your back. So length through your spine is your first priority, then getting your right leg extended and straight. Press through your heel. Squeeze through your inner thighs, broaden through your shoulders. If you want that extra balance challenge, see if you can gaze back over your right arm. One last round. Nice, Anya. And then inhale, back to standing staff. Reach up. Maybe extend your right leg forward if you haven't already. Breathe in here. Slow motion. Move through your warrior three. So see if you can find a warrior three and hold it for one deep breath at least. Nice, Sue. And then low lunge, soft landing if possible. Hands come down, back toes come down. Once you're in low lunge, set your back knee down. Unthread your left leg, take it back behind you, three-legged tabletop. So left leg reaches back, nice, Jane. And then from your three-legged tabletop, pivot on your right knee. So your right foot comes to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand, left arm to the sky. So open up through your front body. Nice, Paul. Rather than sticking your butt out, try to press your hips forward. Reach your left arm towards the front wall and feel into the length of your left side. Breathe into that length. Final option, if you want it, bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of left foot. Then once you've got your left foot, use gentle leverage, nice Courtney, to work your pose. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can let your heart look up a little more. If you're kicking your foot up towards the ceiling, see if you can instead kick it straight back behind you. Press your hips forward. Take one last deep breath. Awesome job. Slowly let it go. Tabletop, hands and knees. And then from hands and knees, gate your right leg out to the right, that half wide-legged straddle position. Take your left arm out and up. Inhale here. And then exhale, thread it through. Reach, 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 and gently rest down. Variations welcome on this side, so you do not have to do exactly what you did on the other side. Just feel into it and breathe into it. Respond to what you feel. Get curious about what you feel. So good, everybody. Nice poses. Give it about 3 more breaths or so. See if you can really feel your breath in your back body. So if I came up and put my hands on your back, I would be able to tell, are you inhaling or are you exhaling? Are you expanding or are you contracting? Ah. Good work. If you do have your right hand lifted, set it back down. And then on an inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it up one more time so you can reach really high. Exhale, left hand down. Now pick up your right foot and reach your right leg back. Reach your right toes off the left edge of your mat. Let your hips lean to the right as you gaze back over your left shoulder, working the length in your right side. Feel into it. See what you can find. One last great big deep breath. Nice, Sue. And then back to tabletop. Back to downward facing dog pose. Great, big inhale, push the ground away, lift your hips really high, everything nice and long. And exhale, look to the top of your space, however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Spinal extension, once you've arrived, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, let it go. And then one last time, we'll rise up. Inhale, big full body stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. Flowing with breath, high mountain, breathe in. Little baby back bend, cactus your arms, exhale, navel to spine, protect slow back as you open through your heart. Inhale, re-extend and realign. And then exhale takes you down nice and easy. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you would like. See you in downward facing dog. All right, friends. Inhale, take your right leg high. And then pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space. Bring your body down nice and easy. If you'd rather take this on your back or any other way in a seat, please feel free. Otherwise, set yourself up with lots of intention, attention. Awesome, Cam. And then just settle in breath by breath. Send your breath down into your right hip. Maybe visualize that in some way. Take about 5 or 6 more rounds. Side out your mouth anytime you like. Last couple breaths. Bottom of your next exhale, start to ease your upper body back upright. And however you'd like to, start a transition back to your downward facing dog. If you want to move through a vinyasa, you're welcome to do so. And then just on your own, friends, find your way into your pigeon on the left side. Set yourself up with just as much intention, attention as you did on the other. If this side feels very different and you want to take a different variation, please do. Make sure you can take big, spacious breaths. So if it feels like your breath gets stuck, how can you adjust so that your breath can flow really freely, fluidly? Soften around your pose. Soften within your pose. So you hold the strong structure and soften around it. You've got a little bit of activation through your front toes, about 6, 7 more breaths. Side out your mouth anytime.
The more we see, the more we know, and can't believe how we go. The more we see,
Just about 3 more deep breaths. And I will leave it up to you ultimately. So when you feel pretty much even on both sides, start one last transition back to down dog, however you'd like to get there. Once you're there, just walk it out for a moment. Or if you want one last vinyasa, now would also be your time to move through that. If you want to find your way back to down dog and then lower your knees and sit back and rest in child's pose, feel free. Just notice everything there is to notice: sensation, pulsation, energy. Wherever you've ended up, last couple rounds. And then find your way onto your back. So however you'd like to get there, in whichever direction you'd like to face. Lower all the way down. Once you're on your back, just hug your knees in and find a little rock from side to side. After a few rocks, supine spinal twist of your choice. And take your legs to either side first. Give yourself about 4 or 5 rounds on each side. Just really give your way to the ground. Let yourself be held by the earth. Let gravity take hold. All the way down to your low belly with each breath. Bless you. If you haven't switched to the other side in your next breath or two, find your way to the other side. When you feel even on both sides, no hurry. Come back to center. Find any inversion you would like to take for about 10 breaths. Anything that puts your hips and or your legs higher than your heart. If you want to take a couple different inversions, that's fine. If you want to move to a wall, you're welcome to. No, leave it up to you. So you can stay longer if you want. Whenever you feel complete with your inversion, just ease your way out. Take any counter poses, any finishing poses of your choice. Maybe a happy baby, maybe one last big squeeze of your knees in towards your belly. Maybe one big full body stretch. So please take your time, but eventually just make your way into your final relaxation, your final resting pose. That might be the traditional corpse pose, or if you want to take a different pose, something else that feels more relaxing. Choice is always yours. As you settle in, friends, just let your breath become effortless. Let your body take over, your autonomic nervous system take over, and just breathe you. So these last few moments, let yourself simply just be. Let your practice just soak in. Shavasana.
And we'll grow into realize such faith and trust on. Let the other you take care of you and nurture you all. Power of love is in our power mountain. The power of you means it to create magic on earth. Power of love within us. Power of mountain. The power of you is it to create magic on earth. Power of love. Power of water wash away your tears. Let the fire burn away your fears. Let the We're nowhere to realize such pain and trust. Don't let the other hold you. Take care of you, nurture you.
Take a deep breath in and let it go. And start to slowly and gently bring movement back into your physical body. And eventually find your way to either side, just a nurturing fetal position for one last moment. As you rest on your side, I will read to you. This is a little reading by Jeff Foster. It's called The True Path. It says, you will stumble, you will fall and bruise yourself. You will feel like giving up. The path will not always seem clear. But remember, friend, you are forever on the path. Losing the path is part of the path. Forgetting the path is part of the path. Your true path can never be lost. Your true path is wherever you are. And use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing forward towards the front of your mat, in front of our space, so right back where we began. And sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes, exhale in your breath. And one last time, just sweep your arms up. Imagine you're gathering in all the effort, all the energy of your practice, and bring it all into your heart center, hands to heart. And bow your head to your heart and just acknowledge yourself for showing up today, for making the effort, taking the time to roll out your mat and do your practice, and to connect with your body, with your breath, with yourself in a more intentional way. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends, good work. Thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. To see you again soon. This one. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. You're so welcome, Sue. Nice job, Paul. You're so welcome.